Did you know that the way you show love might not be the way your partner, friend, or even colleague feels loved? What if there's a simple key to unlock deeper connections and lasting love? Stick around as we dive into the fascinating world of love languages and how they can transform your relationships today. Understanding love languages is crucial because it affects every relationship we have, from romantic partnerships to friendships, family bonds, and even professional connections. Just as some people prefer texting while others value face-to-face conversations, our ways of showing and feeling love vary significantly. This knowledge can be the key to building stronger, more meaningful connections. Let's dive deep into the 5 love languages, starting with words of affirmation. For people who speak this language, verbal expressions of appreciation and care hold immense power. It's about more than just saying "I love you." It's deel my nit, it's round, is about specific, meaningful praise like, "I really admire how you handled that challenging situation," or "Your dedication to this project is inspiring." These words aren't just pleasant compliments. They're essential emotional nourishment for those who value this love language. Acts of service stands as another powerful love language where actions truly speak louder than words. Imagine your partner taking care of a task you've been dreading, or a colleague staying late to help you meet a deadline. For people who value this love language, these thoughtful actions communicate care and appreciation more effectively than any verbal expression could. It's about anticipating needs and taking initiative to make someone's life easier. The third love language, receiving gifts, is often misunderstood. It's not about materialism or the monetary value of presents. It's about the thoughtfulness and intention behind the gesture. A small, meaningful gift, like a handwritten note of encouragement before a big presentation, or a friend bringing you your favorite snack during a tough day, can deeply touch someone who speaks this love language. The gift serves as a physical symbol that someone was thinking about you and took the time to show they care. Quality time, the 4th love language, has become increasingly valuable in our distraction-filled world. This language is about giving someone your complete, undivided attention. It means putting away your phone during conversations, actively listening, and being fully present in the moment. Whether it's having a deep discussion over coffee, working on a project together, or simply sharing comfortable silence, the key is focused attention and genuine engagement. Physical touch, the 5th love language, extends far beyond romantic relationships. A reassuring hug during tough times, a celebratory high five, or a friendly pat on the back can create powerful connections for people who prioritize this language. Even in professional settings, appropriate physical contact like a firm handshake or a congratulatory fist bump can build trust and rapport. Identifying your own love language requires careful self-reflection. One effective approach is to consider how you naturally express affection to others. Do you frequently offer words of encouragement? You might speak words of affirmation. Are you always ready to help when someone needs assistance? Acts of service could be your primary language. You can also think about what makes you feel most appreciated. Is it when someone spends quality time with you? Or when they remember to get you a thoughtful gift? The practical application of love languages can transform all types of relationships. In professional settings, understanding these languages can enhance team dynamics and workplace satisfaction. A manager who knows their team members' love languages can provide more effective recognition and support. For instance, one employee might feel valued through public praise in team meetings, while another appreciates one-on-one mentoring time. In academic environments, love languages can improve study group dynamics and friendships. Students who understand their peers' love languages can build stronger support systems. Maybe your study partner feels most supported when you spend focused time reviewing material together, while another friend appreciates encouraging messages before exams. Family relationships can also benefit from this knowledge. Understanding that your sibling values quality time more than material gifts can help you show love in ways that truly resonate. Similarly, knowing that your parent feels appreciated through acts of service might encourage you to help with household tasks rather than just saying, "Thank you." The beauty of love languages lies in their adaptability across different contexts. They provide a framework for understanding how people prefer to give and receive appreciation, allowing us to communicate care more effectively. It's not about completely changing your natural way of showing affection, but rather expanding your repertoire to better connect with others. Implementation starts with observation and communication. Pay attention to how different people in your life respond to various forms of appreciation. Notice what makes them light up or feel valued. Don't be afraid to ask directly about their preferences. Many people appreciate the effort to understand them better. Remember that love languages can shift over time and may vary depending on the relationship context. Someone might prefer words of affirmation from their romantic partner, but value quality time with friends. The key is remaining flexible and attentive to others' needs, while being clear about your own preferences. By mastering the art of love languages, you're not just improving individual relationships, you're creating a ripple effect of better communication and deeper connections throughout your social network. Whether you're strengthening personal bonds, building professional relationships, or enhancing family ties, understanding love languages provides practical tools for creating more meaningful and lasting connections.
All right, that's a wrap for today's episode. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on more tips to improve your English. And hey, if you want to take your learning to the next level, check out the books I've linked in the description. These are some of the best resources to boost your vocabulary, grammar, and confidence in English. Blast off!